Chapter 2 of Wolves of Wind, Book 1, Feathers. Omens. "Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!" cried Rain. Thick tears streamed down her face as she turned to look at the wolf who had done this. But the wolf was gone. Rain licked Dawn's face and whispered, "It's gonna be okay. It has to be." "Rain? Dawn?" called a voice from the other side of the trees. It was Blue and Scramble, the high flyers. "We're here," Rain called weakly. "We need help." Blue poked her silver and black head out from behind a tree and ran over to Dawn when she saw his injuries. "You need to help him," Rain howled desperately into the air. "We'll see what we can do," whispered Scramble, his tail tucked under his legs. As soon as they all got back to camp, Rain's mother started crying and shouting at her, but Rain did not listen. She was too worried about her brother to listen. She heard a voice behind her and turned, wiping her tears. A white wolf with pretty blue eyes approached. Rain did not recognize this wolf. Rain stared in awe at the wolf as it came closer. It was holding a purple flower in its jaws. "Eat," whispered the wolf in a tone that somehow sounded both like wolf speak and like a breath of wings. Rain licked the flowers. They tasted sweet like honeysuckle, and Rain soon passed out. Rain awoke in a green flower-filled meadow. It smelled of prey and water, and she felt calm here. What had she been worried about again? She looked around and saw the white wolf coming closer, followed by a small brown shape. Dawn! She gasped in relief as she ran over to the pup, but she passed straight through them. Dawn? "Hey, where are you taking my brother?" The white wolf continued walking. So did Dawn. They couldn't hear her. Suddenly the sky lit up with a bright pink flash. Rain yelped and tried to run, but it felt almost like she was floating. She looked down, and to her amazement she was floating towards the sky. She passed through the clouds and landed on them. She saw a silver wolf with beautiful violet wings and orange eyes sitting in the middle of a lush forest. She saw that the prey pile was filled with food, enough for several moons. The silver wolf climbed onto what appeared to be a moon rock. She sat beside a white she-wolf, and they called the pack to them for a prey share. All the wolves ate at once, not like in the pack where the alpha ate first. After they were done eating, Rain was whisked back down to the ground. She awoke in the nursery cave. Her mother and siblings were nowhere in sight. So she walked out of the den and into the clearing. To her horror, her siblings, mother, and her father Bold were all huddling around a small dark shape. "No!" she cried, running over to where Dawn's corpse lay. She felt her heart crack into a million pieces. Dawn's blood had been cleaned off, and his eyes had been closed. He looked like he was asleep, and Rain wondered why apprentices had to make him look like this. The pack had apprentices practice making bodies look like they were sleeping, and Rain hated that her brother had become practice. Her mother licked her head, too, filled with sorrow to be angry at Rain for leaving. Pine flew down in front of the grieving wolves. His yellow wings flapped as he landed. "Today is a sad day, for one of Skypack's youth has died. Today, Forest and Bold's pup Dawn has fallen from a tree while exploring outside of camp." His voice was sad, but his eyes shone with pride. Rain had something else to say. She jumped forwards and yelped, "It was a wolf from our pack!" Skypack's ears pricked and several wolves howled in disbelief. "Why would you think that?" asked Pine, his ears pricked and his eyes round with surprise. "Because I saw a winged wolf knock Dawn out of the tree. When I looked back at them, they were flying away, and I smelled faint Skypack scent, so it was not a loner." Wolves began to panic, and Pine had to shout to get them to stand still. "Everybody calm down. We'll get this under control, and when we do, the murderer will pay."